Hello there, welcome back to my channel, and I'm your girl Mary of Creating with Mary. Thank you so much for tuning back into my channel. Have you heard this line from your children? Mommy, I want more. Mommy, I want more. Yeah, that's what my kids say when they love a particular snack or food. And they normally will say this anytime I prepare this delicious meal of groundnut pap or porridge. Groundnut, peanut, the same thing, depends on the location, the usage. It means the same nut. So anytime I make this delicious meal of groundnut pap, as the next thing after finishing one helping is, Mommy, I want more. Mommy, I want more. Even my teenage daughter, who is a picky eater, always have the same request. Mommy, please, can I have some more? I want to introduce you to this delicious meal of groundnut pap or groundnut porridge. Okay, you can call it a pap, you can call it a porridge, because you can serve those two titles. It's a recipe from the northern part of Nigeria, and there it is called kunun jeda. I'll tell you a little story of how I come to know and love this delicious food. So back in 2007, when I had my first baby, my big sister came all the way from Jos, which is a town in northern Nigeria, to come and help me with the baby. God bless you so much, sis. You know I love you so much. Thank you for all you do for me. Alright, back to the story. So one of the days while she was with me, she prepared this delicious meal and served it to me. I downed the whole thing and requested for more, without knowing what it is or what it was made of. Yes, so the asking for more started off with me. So I asked for more and she gave me some more. And after I downed the whole thing, I really was like giving her the feedback and saying, what is this food? And then she went on to tell me the ingredients, groundnut and rice. It was just too delicious. She laughed and told me she always gets that same reaction from my kids and friends anytime she makes that meal. She left after a few weeks, but I made sure I requested for her to prepare that meal for me a couple more times before she left. I incorporated it into my family menu ever since. I got to prepare it a lot more during the lockdown earlier this year. I always get that same feedback from my children anytime I prepare the meal. During a recent conversation with a neighbor, she narrated to me a story about how she learned about this recipe. She had just had her first child and she was having trouble lactating. She said her breasts were all swollen and she was feeling pains. Our husband, who had lived in the north, recollected that this kunun jeda was usually prepared for new mothers and he could cook. So he prepared the meal and gave it to the wife. She said after she had taken the food, she slept, and then a few hours later, her milk started flowing freely. She felt relieved and her son was able to get the nutrition he needed. So there's a lot of stories to this kunun jeda. The same kind of reviews you get on food channels and networks in Nigeria generally. So I want to introduce you to this meal. I'm sure you want to try it out. I'll be looking out for your comments, for your feedback after you have prepared the meal, on how well the children, the husband, the family loved it. And even you, I'd like to get your comment back on this. Groundnut is the main ingredient in this meal. And before I made this video, I did a little research to know all the nutritional values of groundnut, and I was beautifully surprised about the many wonderful benefits of groundnuts. Usually we consume groundnuts in roasted form and boiled form and as peanut butter. A few people use groundnut oil, peanut oil, to cook. But this is one recipe that will also ensure we get more benefit from groundnuts. According to what I found during my research, most of the antioxidant properties of groundnut are located in the skin. I didn't know that. Did you know? Well, I didn't know that until I did this research, and I was surprised. I knew that I loved eating this pap. One, because it makes me relax. Anytime I eat the groundnut, I usually will go into a nap in the afternoon. I don't nap in the afternoons. I rarely nap in the afternoon except I'm feeling sick or something. But this particular meal makes me so relaxed that I will knock off a few hours after I've had the meal. That's how much relaxed it makes me. Granules are rich in protein, fat, fiber, and calories. Though they contain these high calorie, studies have shown that peanut consumption may help maintain a healthy weight and reduce your risk of obesity. They contain copper, vitamin B1, and magnesium, which are essential vitamins and minerals for the heart. They contain biotin and folate, which are especially important during pregnancy and new birth. So for today's recipe, I'll be needing 1.5 cup of groundnuts, dried groundnuts. There are different varieties in the market. This one has some patches of white on the skin. Make sure to check and remove bad ones and dirt. Also, I'll be using 1.5 cup of local rice, short grain rice. This will be like a thickener and to serve as a source of carbohydrate in the recipe. So I'll rinse off the groundnuts. Okay, rinse it off in water. Make sure it's clean. You don't want to peel off the skin. You need the skin intact because it's going to form part of our nutrition. It gets really thick, so you need a lot of water and then blend. Blended the groundnuts very smooth. Then we need our cheesecloth to get the milk out of the mixture. So I'll be sieving it directly into the pots that I'm going to use to cook the groundnuts. Pour it in the cheesecloth and squeeze to get your milk out. You can see the milk. The waste product can be used as animal feed. You have poultry, you have any chicken, they love to feed on this. Let that boil. There's the milk right there in the pot. While the groundnut milk is cooking, we'll take our rice. Want it to be shorter in grain. Want it to just serve as a thickener and also as a source of carbohydrates and a source of energy for this meal. So I'll be blending it in my dry cup. Okay. To make it shorter, I don't want it smooth. Here is the slightly blended rice, even shorter in grain. That's what I want to achieve right now. So I'm going to wash, and my pap is almost boiling. So here is my rice all washed. I'm going to transfer it into the pot. You see the pap is near boiling. So I'll just put that in there. The groundnut milk, which is going to form our pap, or you could say it's a porridge. The rice is going to stick to the bottom of the pot if you don't stir continuously till it's cooked. You know your pap is almost ready when you start to see the thickening and it start to pop, really pop out. Keep stirring all along. I'll see the grain of the rice. Help to thicken it. The Hausas will normally add tamarind to it. I hope you will try out this recipe, which is great for all the members of the family. I hope you recommend it to your pregnant sisters, pregnant friends, your pregnant wives, and new mothers that you know, especially for those that may have trouble with lactating. Maybe you could just prepare the meal and give to them, and it works like magic. And I would like to read your feedback after you must have prepared this recipe on Mommy, I Want More. Yes, because it's a guarantee that you will get that feedback from the children. Thank you again so much for watching. I appreciate you tuning into this channel. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.